Nate, buddy, welcome to Watch Dogs Legion multiplayer first impressions. I was attending an event through Ubisoft, thanks to our friends over at Ubisoft for hooking us up, that we attended a multiplayer session. I had hands-on time for about 5 hours of Watch Dogs Legion's multiplayer. This time around, they're spicing things up and bringing it as a co-op experience, and not so much as they've done it in the past. Past in Watch Dogs, where you were kind of out there to mess with people, mess with the online component. So as you were playing your game, you'd have people enter your world and just kind of mess with you, and you had to track them down and things like that. Completely different this time around. A huge focus went over to the world of co-op. So now you can hook up with your friends and play Watch Dogs Legion. Watch Dogs Legion for me was a fantastic game. I played 30 hours of that game, completed it, had a blast, and now we're getting an online component that allows us to play with friends. Dude, I'm all in. There are several events throughout the map. You're still back in the same London experience, and the way it works is you select different missions. There is a co-op mission, which you can have with 2 to 4 friends. There's tactical ops, which is a little bit more coordinated when it comes to co-op, and it requires 3 to 4 people. They have a solo online component, believe it or not, but I'll explain more about that in a second. And lastly, they brought the Spider Bot Arena, and I think that's where I really gotta start with that, buddy. What happens is Spider Bot Arena is 4 people. You each have your own bot, and it's just an arena where you go in battle and shoot each other, and whoever has the most points wins, essentially is how it goes. So we're in there, you know, it's fun. You're bouncing around with your spider, but I don't see it lasting very long. That's the thing. I think it's a good time for like, if you want to kill like 5-10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, jump in there, grab a couple of points. I think they're gonna have probably some achievements or trophies aligned with that. So if you're one of those hunters, then you're gonna jump in there, get your achievement or a trophy, and probably bounce out, to be honest, in my impression of the game. Now, I had a good time. Some of the others, I feel, I didn't like it so much. It feels a little tacked on more than what it does when it comes to the co-op side. Solo allows you, it's funny, solo in an online component, but you're there to gather influence, and that's how you want to grow your DedSec team. Basically, what happens if your agent dies, your DedSec agent dies or gets arrested, then you bounce into another op that's on your team. So you go out, do missions, and you gain influence, and by gaining influence allows you to get other DedSec agents. That's the whole point of that kind of aspect of the game. And they did that differently too compared to the base game. The base game, you would go and you would select people wandering the streets and you want to recruit them for your team. Well, then you'd be kind of hit with like a favor. Okay, well, yeah, I might join you, but then you have to go do this, this, and this for me. They cut that out this time. For the online component, you spend influence points and you just recruit them, and it's that simple. So you're not having to do extra stuff. I kind of appreciated that, to be honest. I didn't want to be doing all these other side missions. I'm in an online component of the game. I want to be doing that. So solo is there, I think, mostly if you're waiting for your friends to jump on. So you're able to kind of go in, kill some time, and do some solo stuff. Come back, and then while your friends are in, then is where the real meat of the game starts. Co-op, just like it sounds, you're out, do a couple missions. There's different levels. The co-op component is, like I said, 2 to 4 friends for that one, and it's all scattered. But if you played Watch Dogs, you kind of know what you're in for. But it's really the huge focus for me was the tactical ops. Tactical ops requires 3 to 4 people, and is a huge focus on coordination. And it was, you know, we went in. We did the first mission called Trouble at Titus, and it required 2 of us to go in one direction on the map, and the other 2 to go in the other direction of the map. And we're off. Then you sneak into this area, and from there you had to hack a key. Well, you download the key and then you hack the server. Well, we have to hack the server at the same time as the other people on the other side of the map hack the server. And then from there,
sounds like you really need to be on your headset at least and communicating with your team during those tactical op missions.
Yeah, tactical op missions is very tactical. They want you to be there to coordinate things. I thought that was really cool. I think it's gonna be a ton of fun to be able to have some of these missions. And as the missions go along, it gets harder. But yeah, we had to then tap into the server, and we got in. Man, we got busted a few times. Like we really did struggle at the beginning of the tactical ops to get things coordinated and get things working, because somebody was a little bit more, hands-on, guns blazing, versus where I'm kind of laid back. I'll send out my drone. So if if your teammates are different like that, where you have more of a stealth player and more of a just guns blazing, you're gonna feel that within the tactical ops. I know we did when we were playing online, but dude, it was cool to have us on one side of the map and still be coordinating with our other teammates on the other side of the map. I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
We
that
did
is
that.
really cool.
Well, it's fun, right? It makes a huge difference when we were playing the game. The fact that online is online, and we had all kinds of co-op missions over the years. So to have this one implemented in such for Watch Dogs, I thought that was a cool experience. It's definitely fun. I'm looking forward to playing with our friends, our team from ITG, to go out and do these missions, because this is
It'll be a wreck, but it'll be fun.
Exactly, right? But so yeah, we coordinated. We were able to download the server, and then we had to meet up. And then when my teammate and I finished our side, we had to then go the other side of the map, and the countdown started. So we had to get over there, and we eventually met up over there with the rest of our team, and we finished the mission out. And honestly, it was cool, but I'm curious to see how they can keep the online component alive, right? Because once you've done the mission, then you're done the mission. You can replay the mission, but as you and I've seen, games of service over the years rely on more and more content. And so if they're going to keep this online component going, we're going to need more online story missions. I don't want to be doing the same co-op experience over and over again.
No, exactly. So you said you are working towards upgrading or obtaining those points, right?
Yeah.
As you're completing these missions.
Yep.
Now, how does it work? Does everyone spawn in as their personal character from their single player experience, or are there completely separate characters for multiplayer?
But when we started this, they actually gave us our own agent. So you jump in, they supplied you with one agent, and then from there you were acquired to go out and get more agents, more DedSec agents. So I'm hoping, we can definitely carry. The idea is to carry over your own DedSec that you played in the single player game, and then carry that forward. When you are arrested, then you bounce to another agent, just like in the other game, right?
Okay.
In the base game. So then you kind of carry on, but if you run out of agents, then you're in trouble. That's the whole point of it. But yeah, you definitely want to be able to go in. They gave us upgrade points already, so we were already outfitted with so many gadgets and things like that, but then they gave us extra points to go and spend on things to kind of more personalize our experience for what we want to use more often, versus maybe what you would like to use, kind of.
Okay, well, it sounds, honestly, man, the multiplayer sounds like a good addition to the game. It doesn't sound like they've really missed much. Being able to play missions with your friends, there's nothing wrong with that. Kind of like you said earlier, though, they do need to, if they want to keep it alive, just keep adding content somewhat regularly.
Well, absolutely, because now that I'm done the single player content, I'm done, right? Like, that's it. I put the game aside. I knew the multiplayer was coming, so that will get me back into the game. But how long was that going to keep me around for is something we'll see in the future, right? Because if we're doing the same missions over and over again, that's not going to last very long. People are going to get tired of it. We'll get bored of it, and then we're going to move on. I personally loved Watch Dogs Legion. I had a blast playing that game. I lost one of my agents, unfortunately, due to a car explosion. But it is what it is. But that's the experience of the game. And if that happens in an online component too, with co-op, and all of a sudden I'm down and out and I've lost that agent, that is devastating, right? But but it's that conversation now that you were with me this time, and so was maybe Corey and Steve. We're all together playing, and then I die. Dude, I've lost one of my best agents ever. That's an experience you go on and you talk about and you share on like social media or things like that, right? So if they can build this aspect to the game, I think we're in for something pretty special. I had fun. I played with other people, but it wasn't like my actual friends, but people I know well enough, right? So this time when we jump in, when it launches here just around the corner, I think it's gonna be a cool time. But yeah, we'll see how long it lasts.
No, man. Unless you're like going out and just exploring the open world and new missions, that's what really drives it forward. So hopefully, we'll see some stuff in the future.
Hopefully,
this multiplayer does look really cool, especially from what you've told me so far.
Overall, yeah, I definitely had a great time checking out the multiplayer online component of Watch Dogs Legion. Spider-Bot seems to be a little weak, and I don't think it's going to last all that long. But the real fun is to be had there. With you can jump in with your friends, do the co-op missions, or tactical ops is, I think, rarely where it's at.
Mm-hmm.